Welcome
Yo.
back to 1992. All right, bringing you back to the days of dodgeball and ticket lunches. We are your hosts. Sorry, I'm Ariel, aka Sugar So Fly.
Come on, Tariq, aka Sun God 914.
It's your boy.
Follow me.
Follow you. It's your boy Anthony, aka Justin, the manager.
All right, and yeah, this is welcome back. This is 1992. How was everybody's week?
Good, man.
You know it's
Word.
good. It's a blessing. Every day's a blessing, man. One at a time.
Above ground.
All right, well
Healthy.
let's jump into some shout outs. First and foremost, always shout out Brian from Arts and Rhymes Broadcasting Network.
Word.
You can catch us live. Well, I'm on Instagram right now. You can catch us live there at the Arts and Rhymes app.
The crystal clear
or on
sounds of
artsandrhymes.com.
Shout out to Brian. He has beautiful eyes.
He does. He does. We're also on SoundCloud. Look out for that Monday. Let's see. Let's jump into it. Let's shout out Black Panther. It comes out
Facts.
on February 15th. I don't know about y'all. I already got my ticket. Like I did it early.
I just want to say a quick sidebar, not to throw us off, but like, see what happens when black people come together. And it sounds funny, but like this movie did like numbers, and it hasn't even come out yet.
I know y'all seen the memes where it's like, what if Black Panther's whack? It was like, we all gonna pretend it was great. We're all gonna pretend it was great.
That
but
shit can't be whack, bro. That shit looks crazy.
It looks so
like,
good.
It got black people in it.
You got Angela Bassett in that shit.
Hello. But not for real. They did look, it comes out the 16th, but it's already broken records for pre-sales. So the most pre-sale tickets sold of any Marvel movie, beating out Captain America Civil War, which was I guess last year, on the first day of sales. It already beat out pre-sales. Again, it don't come out till next month, and I bought my tickets about a week after it came out. So
You gotta find out how much they put into that movie. Like how much is like the
It's not that much, believe it or not.
investment.
Like, it's not. When I say it's not,
I'm not
that
from Marvel,
much,
right?
it's about 50 million. You know what I mean? Like
in correlation
that
to
much.
what they make, like these are billion-dollar franchises. They spend a measly $50 million on a couple of explosions and
Right.
costumes. Like
Yeah.
it's big money.
Right. It's said to be the second most anticipated movie of 2018, behind Avengers: Infinity War, which Black Panther is also in.
Exactly.
So
have you seen the previews for that?
Bro,
though,
honestly, I'm not here for none of the Avengers movies. I'm not even going front.
Why?
I can't get into it. It's too much. It's too much going on. Too many characters, and Captain America's is OD corny to me. I just don't.
Really?
I'm not seeing
I like
it.
that movie.
He got a shield. What you just throwing shit? Like what the hell? I don't know. It's not for me. It's not for me. You got a problem, bro? What's good?
I bet you like Space Jam.
Yeah.
Where did that even
What's the
come
difference
from,
between
though?
that? Yeah.
A shield of basketball.
Wow. Anyway.
That's racist.
Next shout
racist.
out. I want to shout out Tiffany Haddish. That's my girl. She had a great
Isn't it
2017.
Hadish?
Is it?
Yeah, I thought it was Tiffany. I call her Tiffany Hadish.
Yeah, she.
I'm pretty sure it's Haddish.
It's like Instagram names and stuff.
No, it's Hadish, man. She from New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Word.
Shout out my girl Tiffany.
I don't know.
Why are you giving her?
She's the new face of Groupon. So a little while ago, she did a story on
I saw that somewhere I think it was in the review.
Yes, she was on Get Jimmy Kimmel, and I guess she, when she was working on Girls Trip, the movie, she did a Groupon to go to like on the swamp or some shit like that, and she invited like Jada, and she was like, yeah, okay, I'll go, and she was like, oh, she didn't really think she was actually gonna go. They ended up going and doing a swamp tour, and long story short, ended up being like the first time that Will and Jada had been around like regular people.
Wait, a Groupon swamp tour?
Yeah, she found the swamp tour on Groupon, was like, all right, let's go. Will and Jada went. They had a great time. And I guess Groupon got wind of it. And, yeah, she's now the new spokesperson.
They were like, hey, that girl knows Will.
Right. So besides that, she's going to be in obviously a whole bunch of
She a
like
star.
She's also going to be premiering on their first Super Bowl commercial in like, I can't remember how many years, but I guess Groupon hasn't had a Super Bowl commercial in years. She's going to be in it. So
I ain't gonna catch that ad.
shout out her. What? Oh, you're not watching the Super Bowl at all?
We'll talk about that next time. All right?
You know what? I
Next
kind of
segment.
boycotted too. I haven't watched football at all this season at all. And I'm not the biggest football fan, but
Nah, but
out of all the sports, that is probably my favorite.
Nah, but Tiffany Haddish though, like she's really a star. Like she's blowing up out of nowhere. It seems like nowadays people who find a way to give themselves to the people, they're blowing up crazy. Like her, like Cardi B, it's like they're just being like rawly and uniquely themselves, and it's beautiful. You know what I mean?
Shout out to them, though.
I mean, one more quick shout out. Shout out Sage. Sage gave us a great interview last week.
Oh yeah, man, most definitely.
At Sage the Racer, he, like I said, if you haven't checked it out, make sure you go ahead and check it out on SoundCloud. Again, on the Arts and Rhymes app. He did our first interview, and it was a great interview. He had a lot of content to talk about. He's working on a few dope projects. So, shout out the homie Sage.
That reminds me, yo, we got to get Nick up here too.
Yeah,
We
our boy
should.
Nick
Cregan.
Yeah, we should.
I don't know if y'all
Shout out to
seen
Nick Cregan, man.
Yeah, he's on Bleacher Report and everything. He's doing his thing. He's
All
out
that.
here just doing a whole bunch of independent stuff, living his life. So shout out to him.
Traveling to Cuba and whatnot.
All the homies. Y'all ready to get into some current events?
Let's hop into it. Let's dive in.
All right.
Whoa,
Who likes H&M?
Who likes H&M?
I did.
Look, with they $12 dresses, right?
Man,
Girls love H&M. So unless you've been under a rock, you've heard about this whole coolest monkey in the jungle with that little black boy that was I think it was H&M UK. It wasn't America. And they ran this ad with a little beautiful little black boy with a green hoodie that said coolest monkey in the jungle. Yeah, let's just go off of that. I really don't have much else to say about that.
I feel like these topics are like, why do we keep having to like talk about these things? Like this is literally how I feel when I watch them. It'd just be like, damn, yo, another L. Like that's how I feel when I see this stuff. People get shot or like the discrimination.
but did you see the parents though? The parents' response.
She was with it.
Straight cooning, like
Crazy.
Well, the parents are probably coons. I don't really know who they are. I don't know like the statistics on their family values.
And basically the mom was like, everyone's wilding out, everyone's over exaggerating on what's going on.
Yeah, but I got my check.
Exactly, I got paid, and here's the kicker. She was saying like, yes, I've been called a monkey before, and I know it's racist, but this isn't racist.
Did she sound like European? Like she grew up in Europe?
Nah, she was African. So I forget where they're from, but I think it might have been Nigeria or something. But it seems like she was like, well, let me say this to keep it short. A lot of like the people who are the most brainwashed tend to be people from Africa because that's where they went first to brainwash us.
Oh,
and to
shit,
catch us.
here we
So,
go.
you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
I mean, but yeah, a lot of celebrities like called him out. I know LeBron had he like retouched the photo, I guess, and put like coolest king in coolest king in the world or
Coolest king or something like
I
that.
don't wanna sound like, a hater, man, but I'm a hater. I ain't a big fan of LeBron. He's a great dude. But I feel like LeBron is the save face man of like the 2000s, and I can't be mad at him for just like playing his role.
He plays it even. You're saying, right?
like,
He plays both sides kind of.
Yeah, like he's just kind of there. But I'm like, I don't feel like he really has an opinion. I feel like his publicists be like, no, Bron, that'll be bad for you. He'd be like, all right, we can't.
But it's funny. I know The Weeknd too. The Weeknd, I guess he had some type of endorsements with them. He pulled himself from it, but like
Easy as well.
the first.
Yeah, I was going to say Machine Gun Kelly, but same person, right?
Wow, Machine Gun Kelly in The Weeknd, really?
Nah, and G-Eazy, the same person.
Yeah. Look, it's funny. I didn't know that man was white for a very long time. But
people feel about black people.
look, no, right? Who is it?
All of them niggas.
Samuel L. and Morgan Freeman. They the same nigga.
Yeah.
But nah,
Triplets. Word.
Now, the first thing I thought about, though, when I heard this, I was just like, so what that told me, honestly, the first thing I said, so there are no black people or no people of color in the higher-ups of that organization. Like, so nobody really saw that little black boy.
I thought about that as well.
In that hoodie. And it's funny. Sorry, go ahead.
I want to cut you off, but think about it this way. And here's what I heard, too. Like, I think Charlamagne the God said something that was kind of eloquent, and it spoke to the whole situation. Like, this is UK, right? You said it was H&M UK?
Right.
Over there, the biggest sport is soccer. When the black people play over there, they throw bananas at them. So
Seriously?
they know what, calling
That's
a black
crazy.
person a monkey means. Like, that's what they do over there in the UK. So there's really there's no way for them to kind of justify it. You know what I'm saying? My question is for our people is like, what are we going to do? Because we always have like a moment of, like a one moment of like, oh, we wilding out right now. And then next week, everything's cool and dandy. Personally, me, I'm done. Like, I cut people off real quick. I don't buy nothing that's doing something against my people. I just hope that we can keep that energy moving forward.
All right, so can y'all judge me for a second, ladies?
I'm gonna judge you.
When it comes to those little summer $12 dresses, though, you're not beating H&M. I'm sorry. I boycotted for a little bit. I'm sorry I did.
Listen,
But yo, if you wash H&M clothes, it's gonna.
You know what? And they do ruin. But when it comes to that last minute, like I heard this, I was tight. I'm like,
listen, ladies, that's not.
I guess
true.
I'm at Forever 21, which I'm sure is crooked too.
That's not true. You got Rainbow. You got two.
Nigga say you got Rainbow.
You got Charlotte Rouge. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
Anthony, you got sisters. That's what
on
you
the
got.
on the low,
You got
he's naming all this
sisters.
shit. Y'all can get flour for real from Charlotte
No,
Rouge,
from
my
cheap.
nigga.
No, shit.
For
I love Charlotte
$8.
That's what
You know what I'm
Fab said.
saying?
Shout out to the girls in their $10 dresses.
Yeah. I mean, but
they be killing it.
I can't
They
go
on
anywhere for $10. I can't go if you gave me $10.
I can't buy a pack of socks for $10, my
You
nigga.
can go out. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit my boy up for a rap because we're gonna buy some weed and we're gonna smoke.
matter of fact, real quick. Matter of fact, no, I ain't shouting out that company. There's a certain store in the Galleria. If y'all are from my area, there's a certain store in the Galleria going out of business. I will not shout them out because they're not paying us. But if you live in the White Plains area and you go into the Galleria Mall, there is a store that is going out and everything is 70 to 90% off. Figure it out on your own. Run with that.
You know where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Nah. It's next to Paxson, actually. Yeah. But anyway, you know what I mean? I just hope we keep that energy because, like, if we want to have a change of something happen to us, we can't keep doing the same stuff. We can't keep giving people money and they're, like, basically doing the oppression. You can't fund your oppression and then complain about your oppression. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we systematically oppressed as a conglomerate, not a conglomerate, like as a big group.
You're
like,
right. In a demographic.
I don't mean just like anything African American. Like if you are Hispanic, African American,
from that diaspora.
If you're an Indian, if your skin is brown, you're African American, and we're brainwashed to think that, like, you know what I'm saying, everybody else's riches has to be ours. Right.
Like, yo, I'm gonna call out someone right now. I hope you make a clip out of this shit and tag this nigga in this joint. DJ Envy is the worst with this. This dude, he stay shitting on anything that's like black owned or something that's a startup. He be like, well, I ain't gonna go to that company because they just starting up, or I ain't gonna buy this because it's too small. Well, how are we gonna get better if we not, investing into our black companies who aren't doing so well initially?
DJ Envy is on Breakfast Club?
Yeah. I mean, I love the brother, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, but you gotta stop saying that BS on the airwaves because all you're doing is making people have that same negative mindset. Like people just, talking down about our black companies.
And not for nothing.
And then giving their money to
doesn't him and Angela Yee, don't they have like a juice shop? They're a black owned business. So
should we be like, yo, we're not going to the juice shop. We're gonna go to Jamba Juice because they're established. Like, no. Like
But speaking from that perspective, like somebody like Envy, if I don't know him personally, so I can't speak on his actual opinions, but like
I feel like I do listen to him every day. Damn shit.
But he like when he like if he's promoting something and you I lost my train of thought.
You saying someone like
I'm sorry, I was trying to tell Anthony to speak in the mic because you're a little far. Speaking
I feel what you're saying. I think what you were saying, like someone like him from his background, like he was never like a poor dude. He was from Queen. I mean, from at least if I'm saying the right thing, he's a dude. And most people who are kind of like affluent from a place of privilege, and they kind of look down. They have a different mindset about their own people. Like he looks like, well, I went to college. I did this, that, and third. I'm rich. Well, you could do it too. Yeah, we can, but you still shouldn't judge people and have a certain mindset on how they are because of who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Like
he's jaded, I should say.
Somebody like him, he'll get his bread and he'll open his little black-owned shop and just invite white people there. Like
he's the kind of dude that would. I feel like he would do something like that.
Yeah, it's black-owned, but I want white people to spend money, so I can just look like a great statistic for black people.
Yeah.
Well, let's move forward a little.
I got smoke for DJ Envy. I got smoke for Andrew Schultz.
Here we go. Andrew Schultz.
I got a little bit of smoke. I got smoke for Andrew Schultz.
I got a little smoke for Andrew Schultz. I'm not gonna lie. He's funny, but he's very problematic.
And the thing is, he be replying to my joints on Twitter, so I'd be like, nah, you gonna
be arguing,
smoke, bro. We be arguing low key for real. You know what I'm saying?
We'll get to him on another show. Let's move on a little.
Next topic. Word.
Let's talk about our shithole president.
Fuck H&M.
Ooh.
Yeah. So.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Right on the cusp of the 8-year anniversary.
The cusp.
Yeah, the cusp.
Yes.
Of the 8-year anniversary of the devastating earthquakes of Haiti. 45 decided to call the African nations and Haiti. I think he also said El Salvador, shithole countries during
everywhere that's brown people.
Basically.
Yeah.
During a bipartisan meeting with the senators at the White House. They're basically discussing like the immigration deal. And during this portion of the conversation where he said the shithole comment, he's basically like,
immigration.
Hold on, I got the quote right here. He said, "Why do we need more Haitians? Take them out." To which one responded, "Because if you do, it'll be obvious why." What the fuck is going on? Do y'all know the government is shut down for a few days too?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you the politic nigga. Like, tell us what's going on.
Yeah, man.
How does the government shut down? Like, what is that like?
So basically,
martial law.
Well, basically what's going on right now is this, in a nutshell, and correct me if I'm wrong, somebody. The government shut down because they haven't come up with a budget in the third or fourth month, I believe, in the fiscal year.
They can't agree.
Exactly. So the Democrats and Republicans can't agree on what the budget should be, how they should spend money, how they should allocate resources, because, and that's important. So, like, basically they're saying, like, hey, we don't know what we're going to do as far as How are we going to spend money on the military for, these healthcare, for this, that, and the third? How are we going to pay people if y'all not going to tell us what the budget's going to be? And the Republicans is like, and they have the House, they have the power now, the control. So they're kind of really like holding everything up. It's kind of really in their ballpark, but they want the Democrats to like agree to take away, to like, I guess take out DACA. DACA is like, the thing with the dreamers and the
Yeah, so that's basically where, like, I guess if your parents are immigrants, but you were born on American soil, you can stay here. I know they were saying that there might be a movement, or not a movement, but something where they're trying to send the kids back.
Exactly.
No, I thought they already like put that order in. Like.
Well, no, I think that's what they can't agree on.
So that's what. So basically, what's happening is if the Democrats agree and sign this budget, DACA is going to be gone. So then, like, we're not signing this, and then they're like, well, then we're going to shut down the government. I'm like, okay.
What does that even mean, shutting down the government?
So which means like
that's
people,
what I'm saying.
So
what
that means is that the people who are paid to run the government, as far as like make sure
won't be paid.
Payments are they're not being paid.
I heard
so
it's
they're not
something like 800,000. Like it's 800,000 people that'll be.
Who won't
I guess.
Be working.
What did my mother call it? She called it furlough. Is it furlough? Am I saying it wrong?
Furlough is when you come out of jail.
No, it's something.
For a couple days to see your parents.
No, mommy was talking about it today. It's something. It's a 2-syllable word that starts with an F. I can't remember it right now. And I'm so sorry. I should do my research.
Freelancing. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
No, but it's
free work.
It's something where they basically tell you go home. You might not get paid for this time off, but we'll let you know when to come back. I was looking at the news. They basically told them still show up to work on Monday, and we'll let you know whether you're on that or not. I'm so sorry for sounding ignorant because I do my research. I just don't remember what that word is.
Most people don't know nothing about this shit, so you're not really ignorant or not. But the most important thing to understand is like Donald Trump when Obama was in office, and I think there was a shutdown for a small period of time. I believe in like 2013 it was.
I do remember this. I do.
Donald Trump was like, "How dare the president allow a shutdown?
Right.
He ain't this, that, and the third. A real president would not allow a shutdown.
I vaguely remember that.
Anything happened." And so, like, it's just more of the bullshit that we've
been
getting from this man.
But what do y'all think about this whole shithole country thing? Like, bro, like, I think it was 8 years to the day, like either the day before or the day after. Well, like, you're calling them shithole countries. Like, Puerto Rico still don't got light water and food.
Yeah.
The fuck? And they're in American territory.
Well, we have to understand that Haiti, well, of course, African countries in general, but Haiti in particular has, like, the Western powers have a serious disdain for Haiti because Haiti, like, is the only African nation that freed themselves.
Hello, 1806.
1804.
Shout out 1804.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nah, hey,
Shout out 1804. Look,
yeah.
I knew I was right there. 1804.
Yeah, they're the only African nation that ever freed themselves from slavery, like
Shout
themselves.
Out Professor Nims.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and people don't know. People say, why is Haiti still impoverished if they're so great, right? Shout out to the Zoes. so yeah, the Zoes, like, because Haitians have a serious warrior spirit because a lot of our Africans that were taken from the motherland, they took them to Haiti. So, like, listen, we're going to break y'all down in the Caribbean, in Haiti. That's why they were able to free themselves.
Not for nothing, y'all. Honestly, I'm so sorry. I whispered it earlier. Shout out my Professor Nims. She was the first one that even taught me. I went home. Basically, there was a revolt in Haiti against, I believe it was DR or whatever European nation was trying to inflict them at France, right?
Yes.
With 1804. Google Haiti 1804. And your mind will be blown. I came home to my Jamaican parents. It was like, what the hell are y'all doing? Why did I not know that a Caribbean country revolted against France and actually won? Yeah. Hold the fuck on.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to tell
y'all should check out a documentary by Tariq Nasheed. It's called 1804.
Yes.
And it came out like I believe 2 months ago, and it's talking about the whole thing.
I will absolutely check it out. We can do a review. We
should do a review on that.
No, I will check it out.
It's great. But I want to say this on camera. Like the people don't know like why they say why is Haiti so poor still or whatever. Like they just recently, I believe, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, paid off their debt to France.
Oh wow!
US. Because like once they freed themselves, the France came back about like 5-10 years ago. Like yeah, we went to war with y'all and we lost mad money. So
you want me to pay for the war?
Hold up. So we're gonna enslave you again if you don't pay us back all this hundreds of $million dollars
in Afghanistan and shit too, right? Like we cause the war and then we make them pay for it.
So Haiti was just paying her debt to France and America up until from 1804.
Wow.
They just paid it off
but it's done
10 years ago.
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah, so when people say, why is Haiti, why are these countries that are African nations, so poor? It's because they still have the stronghold on them from these European imperial nations. But yeah, there you go.
Fuck that nigga Trump. I'm sorry. 45 is wildin'.
Yeah, man. He's
wildin'.
He's just more the same. Like he's more the same. Like just imperialistic, fascist. Like it's all the same joint. He's a white supremacist, bro.
Yo, I feel like it's like what a time to be alive. Like literally, like
right.
We should just. I think that everybody should just do what they want, and not saying go out there
do what thou wilt.
Don't do anarchy. Not
like,
anarchy.
Yeah, nothing like that. Don't be raping, killing people, purging and stuff. But like, yo, if you got a dream, go for it, bro. Like, look at our country.
Anything is.
Look at our country.
He's grabbing pussies and now he the fucking president.
Excuse me. Did you hear about the porn star too? I didn't even want to go off on that tangent, bro.
Now, what did you hear? Because what I heard, that was the part that was
Let me
nasty.
tell you what the problem is. It's so funny because Crystal, shout out to Crystal and the Reed because I love them as well. Crystal tweeted the other day. She said, she said, you know our president, or I'm paraphrasing. She said, you know our president is bad when he has a whole scandal with sleeping with a porn star and it's not even big news.
You know what though? Not only that, the girl said that the reason why he liked me is because I reminded him of his daughter.
Oh my God, that's disgusting. That is disgusting.
Let that one rock real quick.
No, that's not.
That's crazy.
Can we blow past that? That's disgusting.
This man's the president.
I'm just not surprised by it anymore. And I really, you know what? I think I just decided today that I'm not going to dignify him with responses anymore about our president because he's foolish. Like, I don't feel like we should give him the representation. Like,
I can't.
You know what it is though? How I feel, Ant? I totally agree, but it's like,
I'm not saying be blind to it.
No. It's not even that. It just hurts or makes me tight when I see like people that I thought was my peoples, whatever, and they're cool with what this dude is saying. Like I had people that I was cool with in high school and everything, and like I thought they was my peoples, but they fuck with Donald Trump and they fuck with what he's saying. So it's like, or they're silent about it. So it's like either they fuck with it or they're not going against it, and it hurts when you see someone that's like, it's like, it's a quote they say like the words of your enemies never hurt you as much as the silence of your friends. You know what I'm saying?
I've never heard that, but I like that.
Exactly. That's deep.
It's definitely true, man. I can't. It's funny. I got this girl's number, right? Somebody was they came to my door to sell me some Verizon. I don't even know what she was selling me. She was mad cute though. White girl, whatever, or she might have been like European, Hispanic, whatever. All the same shit. But I got her number, blah, blah, blah.
Got her number.
Got her number. I went to invite her to the crib, and I was looking at her Snap one day, and she's just like in this big circle with all of her friends, like, or whoever they were, mad white people, just like Trump, like how you get enthusiastic about like a party with your friends, or like if you find some weed under the couch and you've been looking. Ooh. That's how happy they was. They was just like Trump. I was like,
son,
unfollow.
Son, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Well, Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump. Man.
I got a hot topic. I know we about to argue. Look, that's a later on segment.
Yeah,
Let's
ahead.
argue.
Go ahead.
We ain't there yet, but I already know we got
Let's
different
talk about
opinions.
it right now, because I seen a picture the other day. Go ahead.
Look, Oprah for President 2020.
Listen, she had her hand on his shoulder.
Okay, look. So real quick, Seth Meyers hosted this year's Golden Globe Awards. He basically poked fun at, what is it, the White House convention? No, the White House Correspondents' Dinner a few years back, where he basically said Trump can never be president. He doesn't have what it takes. Like, he's too mean and unrelatable to ever be president. Long story short, we see where that got him. So he made a joke at the Golden Globes, basically saying the same shit about Oprah. Rumors have kind of been going around for months now. I know Stedman, somebody called, I think TMZ, don't quote me, but they might have called Stedman out somewhere.
That
and it was
like,
like,
7'2". How tall is Stedman?
Is he?
He looked tall as shit. I don't know. Go ahead.
I don't know. Either way, they called him out, and he basically said, yeah, Oprah would make a great president. They called Gail, her best friend, basically like, you know what? She's thinking about it, but it's rumors, kind of speculating.
I don't want
What
Oprah
do
to be
you
my
think
president.
about it? You don't want Oprah to be a president?
Nah.
Why not?
I don't know who Oprah is.
That's true.
I know
Here's
who
my
she
thing.
is.
She has no political backing. That's my only thing. Like, somebody put something on, I think it was Tumblr the other day. Like, look, no Trump for president, no Oprah for president. Like, let's get actual politicians who study and like devote their careers
People
for
who know about
years
political science
to actually do,
Yes.
run the country.
Okay, so
which I agree with. But Oprah is my everything. I like her. Look, here we go. Look, come on, shaking his head. What's your problem?
I just don't agree with any of it. Like, yo, bro, like, first of all, do you know anything about politics? Like, anything that goes on in the government?
Neither does this nigga that's sitting in the office now.
Bro,
He shouldn't be in office.
I don't trust
He
nothing
is.
I can't touch with my hands, my nigga. I can touch my friends, dap them up. I can touch you. And I'm
I'm
dead
done.
serious, bro. Like, the government, we have so many notions about what's going on in the government. You got movies that tell you what's going on with the CIA, all of this different stuff. I have no clue what goes on with politicians and in government. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just a toss-up. Like, government's like, all right, this is where we need the country to go. We need it to burn down to the floor. So let's get Donald in here. We'll use it as the backlash against President Obama because who the hell let a black man in the White House?
Somebody literally said, sorry, real quick. Somebody said Obama could cure cancer and Trump would be against it. Like,
I mean, here's the thing about
ridiculous.
all of that. You know what I'm saying? Oprah being the president would just be like, that shit would be terrible. It would just be like more Donald Trump. Honestly,
so.
Because she doesn't know what's going
maybe
on.
not. Of course, not her being racist or whatever, or her making hate. I should say.
She at least knows how to speak.
But she don't know what the hell she like. What are you doing? Like you're just gonna be appointing more rich people in different, in different positions. Like all Donald Trump did, and honestly, same thing as kind of like Obama. Like this is kind of the point where we could argue about. Like Obama wasn't that popping anyway. He was just black. Like, yeah, I'm black too, and I like that. And he was my best president. But that's not like you're not really going like that measure. That bar, that measuring bar is mad low. It's like all Obama did for real is he was like Obama for real was like a left wing Republican for real. All his joints was for the rich companies and corporations and rich people.
You know what he was for us? Literally, he was the first black president.
The GOAT.
That's what he was for us.
But you know what's so funny? Because I know we were talking about this a little while ago. I'm like, y'all, disclaimer, come on, fake hate Oprah. I don't know why.
I don't like Oprah, yo. She's corny, bro. She's mad.
Why is she corny though?
Yo,
what is
because all Oprah does for real is she speaks, and not like it's a problem, but like, it is a problem. She speaks to her main audience is white women, and she often and has in the past attacks and says things against young black men. Like she's kind of a part of that. And
black men ain't shit.
She's kind of a part of that, like that Essence magazine, black woman stuff. Who like they kind of like they play in the hands of white supremacy and like the people who believe in that kind of stuff, and they kind of denigrate. I wouldn't even say Jay-Z anymore. At one point, I was shaking with him. Jay-Z's in my book, he's cool. But Oprah, like she's mad, like she's not nothing she's done. I can see was positive. It's for black people. That's tangible. Of course, she's a positive, beautiful black sister who's doing something good and she's rich. Cool. But what are you doing tangibly for the benefit of black Americans? You made a school in Africa that had a bunch of black girls getting raped at. Okay, that didn't go good.
That's not necessarily her doing. I hear what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying that's her fault. I'm just saying like she doesn't really. I don't feel like she's really for black people.
It's basically like you over there doing all of this shit. It's not working when you can be doing something over here.
But now here's my thing too, because
She's
Anthony
from
asked you
Chicago,
this
right?
the other day. She is.
Nigga.
I believe she is.
I'm just saying.
Anthony, I even asked you this the other day, and I said that. I said, okay, so y'all put that on Oprah, and this is what I love too. It's like the burden of representation. So like once you're a black figure, whether it be Oprah, whether it be Jay-Z, Beyonce, anybody, Obama, anyone that's in the public eye, you literally now have the burden of the entire culture on your back. So every single thing you do is going to be scrutinized by white people and black people. Okay. Here's my thing though. What is any of your faves really doing for the black community?
I can tell you some things.
No, okay, now yes. No, but now here's my thing. Okay, so you can talk about Oprah. I think we had a conversation about Beyonce and certain things like that. Like you can say that about anybody.
Okay,
For me, okay, go ahead.
I don't think you can.
But okay, you can say that about anybody, but in perspective to like who I want my president to be.
Well, you're right.
That's where the conversation all changes.
Exactly.
Well, see, I understand that too, because if you don't know what the fuck you're doing with politics, just stay out. I kind of say the same thing. Look, like I might get crucified for this, but I'm so sorry. Yes, every vote matters. Yes, everyone should get out and vote. Your vote is your voice. However, my thing is, if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, stay your ass home.
That's Oprah.
Stay your ass home, bro.
That's Oprah. And honestly,
like we don't need your vote.
Honestly, even her talk show, she be saying a lot of wrong shit on her talk show.
Think real hard. Like I don't think that like the things you should do, or like if you're donating stuff, like I don't think it should be measured by anything. Like if you're giving back, you're giving back. Like it's out of what you want to do. But like I don't know, like somebody like Colin Kaepernick, I feel like he's doing stuff to be genuine. I feel like people like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Oprah, they're giving back to say, look, I gave back. Diddy, like. You know
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
The reason, I wouldn't put Hove in there because I feel like Hove doesn't say like I'm trying to be a leader.
I was just gonna say, even
I'm trying to make money, and me making money, I'm gonna make money for my family as a Carter, and I'm gonna make money for my family as a black person.
It's so funny because I don't even think that, because all right, the first thing I think about, like I remember what the whole thing would happen with Texas and was it the hurricanes that happened and the floods and shit? Yeah. Beyonce ended up like going as it smells great in here. Sorry. Yeah. Beyonce ended up
like a Christmas tree,
being like a silent partner or whatever. But
Ariel don't let nobody smoke in her car. It smells great in here.
What? First of all, let's sidebar that. Let's sidebar that because we can get back to that at a later date. Anyway, Beyonce, she'll be a silent partner in certain things. Or even, I know Prince, they said before Prince died, I forgot, this guy was on Wendy Williams and I forgot his name. I feel so bad. Prince basically anonymously donated like, I think it was something stupid, like almost like $1 million to some charity. And the guy actually denied it because he said, I want to know who this money came from because he didn't want to accept, it was a black guy. He's like, I don't want to accept any of this money that came from, you don't know where it's coming from if it's anonymous. They basically had to chase Prince down like 3 times. This black guy denied this money. And I believe, again, don't quote me, he was on Wendy, and I'm so sorry I can't remember his name because I'm thinking about it randomly. I have to slow down, sorry. He basically said his foundation was basically going towards getting people that were wrongly convicted out of jail, especially African American and brown, black and brown people. Yeah. And basically, he denied Prince's money like 3 times just because he didn't know where it was coming from. So, and eventually, Prince obviously was like, "All right, boom, it's Prince. Like, take this nigga's money. He's trying to help you out." Like, but a lot of celebrities will do that in the sense of, and my thing in the sense of like not being claimed to what they're doing. I tie that back into Oprah to say like, if we're gonna talk about the bare minimum, right? If for nothing else, if we're going to talk about the burden of representation, Oprah's story in itself, at least to me as a black woman, is inspiring. Like, she was molested as a child. Like, it's so funny. There's a joke where I think she was fired at like 21 from like her broadcasting job or whatever it was. Like, if for nothing, or kind of say the same thing with Obama. Okay, yeah, Obama might not have done the best for black people. However, just his image alone and what he accomplished as a black man is something for me to strive to.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Do you feel like incrementalism is dangerous to progress? Meaning like, because we're so like, well, you got someone and they're doing okay, and even though they did something bad against us and they kind of didn't do anything for us, at least they are image.
Yes and no.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's a problem. I kind of asked you a question and answered it.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a problem because like that's what makes us never actually make any progress. The same thing.
I disagree.
Same thing with the Democrats and people in politics. Is like they give you a small little bit of a baby step,
right?
And now that shuts you up, and now you're never going to go the full way. For example, they'll do like, well, right now I think minimum wage is 14 and change, so we're going to bring up to $15. My nigga, that's still not really a living wage. Right. Niggas is still in debt niggas still got 50 stacks or more in college degrees. Like, that's not good enough. But now, because they gave you that, they're like, well, you can't say shit no more.
Ooh, it's
so
$15.
that's why I have a problem with people like, Obama, people like Oprah, because they create something called incrementalism, or they create false what should I say? Like false hope? Like false hope, or I shouldn't even say false hope. Like they give us like a trophy for participation. Like, yeah,
right,
but it don't really mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? And we need to have victories that have substance, not victories that are just, there you go. They give us moral victories, not actual tangible victories.
Right. Because that's even deeper than this conversation is going to go. Because I hear what you're saying. For somebody like me, I'm like, okay, boom, the door is open. Like, the door is open. Now that I've seen somebody else get there, I can get there. But I hear what you're saying. I remember, I'll never forget, again, shout out Professor Nims. We were in her class one time. I think she was in I can't remember. I think it was like a black literature class. I cannot remember. Long story short, this one girl in the class basically said, this one girl in the class basically said she thought that we were better off during the times of segregation and racism.
What was her nationality?
Rather than, she was black. Than we are now. And everybody was like, what? What the fuck? What's going on? Like, no, honestly. And everybody kind of black until she said, she was like, the unity that we had back then when we were really being like fucking oppressed, and the way that black people came together and actually like move towards something, like would it be the bus boycotts? Or I think Martin Luther King was like 26 when he did his first bus boycott. Yeah. He was like, there was so much more because we were so oppressed. There was so much more on the line, right? So in that sense of what you're saying with incrementalism, like I can look at, okay, the door is open, now people can get there. So somebody like an Oprah, somebody like me that wants to be in something like entertainment, like you asked me, I don't, Lord, don't attack me. And I'm not saying that they're the same person. But in the sense of when I look at like a black woman in entertainment, so like a Wendy Williams, I don't know if there's going to be a Wendy without an Oprah. They're obviously 2 separate categories. But as far as just seeing that black woman in TV, or I think what Oprah said at her Golden Globe speech, seeing Sidney Poitier accepting that award, she said she'll never forget that moment as a child, to be like, okay, there's a black man, I can do the same thing. So I think it's important. I hear what you're saying though, because it is kind of just the participation prize, but we still need that. So the second black president in America is going to quote Obama. It's a fact.
Listen, I agree 99%, but I think what's really important that what's really important is that we have to focus on we have to hold people accountable, especially if there are people that are black people in power, people in positions of power that can do things that can help allocate resources and things that are mal distributed. You know what I'm saying? We have to hold people accountable. Like, I don't know about y'all, but if you go to Thanksgiving in my house or my family's house or whoever, like, everybody like talking politics. Oh, we love Obama. Yeah, cool, but like, why do you love him? For what? Like, what do you like him for? Do you love him because
he was the first and he was black?
Is he your Jesus? This nigga's a man. You feel me? So you shouldn't just be saying, like, if all we do is talk about how great he was and how he was the first black president, we'll never ever have any person that's the first good black president.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or the best one we could have. Because this nigga
but
literally
without
did
that,
nothing
we might not
for
have
us.
that one. You need one for the other.
But,
it's kind of one hand washes the other.
Here's my thing. Like, look at what happened. All the people that were killed under Obama, like, nothing happened to people. Like, the bankers that in 2009 when we were in high school that made the whole economy crash, nothing happened to them. They got a slap on the wrist. In fact, they got slap on the wrist and they got more money. Black people were still being killed with impunity, without any consequences. So, like, what did Obama really do? He just basically he was Jesus for black people. Oh, we see a black man in office, we could pray to him, and hopefully he'll answer our prayers. But he did not.
Nobody's praying to Obama, please.
Niggas do. I mean, you might not. I mean, we're not say dear Obama, but like we damn near do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers is brainwashed.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like, of course, I want Obama over like Mitt Romney or who else was it? Him going against? I forget. Dick Cheney or some shit like that, right?
No, it was the one with the arm.
John McCain.
Yeah.
Right? Of course, I want him over him, but like I want him to do what he's supposed to do.
The one
you know
with
what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, that was ignorant as fuck. The one with the arm. My bad.
Okay, yeah.
My bad.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Well, look, let's touch on something we brought up last week too. We never finished our conversation. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? No, I'm kidding. No, for real, where in the world is Dr. Umar Johnson? Oh. What happened to that nigga? What happened?
Oh my goodness.
He's chilling with everybody's money.
Now wait.
He's wearing a Philly fitted right now.
Recently,
he's getting calls from his fake goons on Instagram Live.
No, literally. So he went to Instagram. Okay, so he threatened to basically refund all the money collected during his campaign, I guess, to open that all boys school in Africa. I'm actually gonna read it because I have the quote here.
How do you threaten someone to give them
I am
their
descendant?
Right, no, literally. All right, so
I'm
he
a
basically
descendant.
said, "Please."
That nigga be mad loud, Bree. Oh my god.
All right, so this is his quote. I guess he was charged. Well, let me read the quote. He said, "I've been ordered to stand trial in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania on January 8, 2018 before the Board of Psychology to be stripped of my school psychology credentials as a result of constant complaints from members of my race pleading to the white man via phone and mail
he be funny as hell on the low. Like,
to bring an end to my professional career. You ridiculous ingrates have achieved your goal."
Yo, listen to what he said.
You ridiculous ingrates have achieved your goal. So basically, in a series of tweets, he basically claimed that his GoFundMe page might be suspended due to the allegations of fraud. And just for, I actually did a little research.
Y'all know why, though?
No, wait, I did a little research. The grounds of his license suspension. The grounds of his license suspension.
That's the problem right there.
Look, they said making misleading, deceptive, untrue, or fraudulent representations in the practice of psychology, practicing fraud or deceit in obtaining a license, displaying gross incompetence, negligence, or misconduct in obtaining a psychology license. Bro, the list was like 20 counts. No, I literally only listed the first 3. There were like 20 counts in that article of what the fuck he's like gonna be on suspension for.
Here's the thing about it real quick. He never had a license. He's certified as a psychiatrist, right? Or a psychologist.
Listen,
maybe
psychologist.
Not the one giving drugs.
Yeah, psychiatrist is the one giving drugs.
So he was a certified
psychologist.
Okay. So it's kind of like having like your learner's permit. Mm-hmm. So like you shouldn't be driving. If the cops catch you like driving,
well, what the fuck do I get? Like, they giving him money.
Like not dead ass though. Like he had your learner's permit to be like a psychologist.
Like, I could talk to you,
and that's the issue.
It's just like I could talk to you, but like don't listen to nothing I'm saying.
Right.
Exactly. Like that's his issue. But like my issue really wasn't even that. My issue with Umar Johnson, with me is because like. And again, I met this brother. I have his phone number.
Oh, you have?
I have his phone number on my phone.
Sure. Call him right now. Get him on the show.
I probably could.
I'm kidding. No, don't do
that. I mean, on the show, I don't know.
Please don't do that. His lawyers will be after us immediately.
I dead ass have
Hey, Mr. Omar, we live from Brooklyn.
But the point is, this is like, if you're a black leader, and I hate saying that term, black leader, but like a person who's trying to do something to lead black people, you're looking to open up a school. You're looking to have people send their children to you and leave their children with you overnight for long periods of time, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to carry yourself a certain way. You
Right.
can't be cursing and acting stupid, you know, on Instagram Live. You can't be, you know, talking about I got goons and shit. You can't. Also, you can't be getting mad when people who give you millions of dollars are asking
what's going on with the
for
money.
a business plan.
Right.
Maybe, of course, a person who has given you money, but if I gave you money, I'm like, yo, where's the business plan? You can't be cursing me out. You can't be showing me your ass. And that's the problem with Umar Johnson. He's shown that through his behavior, you know, he's not a stable person. And that's the problem. You know, if you was just a person like, yo, like I'm just gonna go around and give you lectures, that's cool. You could be an asshole. You could curse. You could act stupid, and you could act all irreverent.
Right.
Yeah, but like you can't be talking about, yeah, I'm trying to open up a school. I need give me your money, and you're acting mad, wild, and erratic, and you're not having, you know, any kind of decorum in how you're talking to people. So that's his issue, and that's why I wouldn't give my kids or wouldn't send my.
Y'all think his license is gonna get taken though?
Well, he didn't have a license. That's the thing.
Well, I mean,
I think that
he never had a license.
whatever he's going to trial for, like
I think that
you think he's really gonna get that money back.
I think what happened was he lost,
listen.
like he got sued or something like that. Because
I think
he
that
wasn't.
if,
I don't know.
I think that if white people are judging him, he's gonna lose.
Well, sounds like life.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Shit.
Those are facts, my nigga. If white people are judging you, you lost already.
Well, look. Anybody else got anything? Oh, are we done with Umar?
I mean,
I'm done. I've been done.
we done.
I
All
wash
right.
my hands.
Anybody else got anything to add on to with our little current events?
We gonna talk about. Yeah.
No, go ahead, Ant.
We gonna talk about the sex dolls. Have y'all seen
My
these
nigga.
sex dolls? Listen.
I'm not even going front. I was scrolling down.
Them hoes
I
fine.
thought it was a real
They are,
person.
no. Did you see the titty? Did you see? I saw the video where they was just bouncing the titties. I said, oh.
I said them hoes fine. I said them
said,
hoes
oh.
fine. All right.
I
Now
was-
listen. I ain't
We're
fucking
done, yeah.
dolls. All right. Don't be judging me. But them hoes fine.
No, look. I saw a couple things. I saw on
Are they hoes? 'Cause
They're dolls.
They're not acting on it. They're not doing anything themselves.
You ain't hear that? You didn't hear
They're
that little
victims
meme?
of circumstance.
Oh, shut up.
You know what I'm saying?
The hoes.
Oh my god.
The hoes is whoever's around. If Oprah and Gail woke up in there, they the hoes.
Stop. Where did I hear that from?
This guy said.
Oh no, on Instagram or some
Nah, but
shit.
yo, you gotta see the if you go to Viceland.
Yes, on Deezus
out
and
that
Mero?
full- Yes.
I saw that shit today.
Check out the
Today.
full, though, like that full episode though, not Deezus and Mero, the
Of
full
what?
Viceland episode.
I didn't see, but she actually fucked the doll. She fucked the
fucks
nigga doll.
They
And
don't
she was
show
like,
her fucking it, but
she said, I can't tell the difference between.
She grabbed
Here's
the dick.
my thing.
You could tell she was like, "Ooh."
No, she seemed like
was
she
like,
might
"Ooh."
not. Nah, she might not have gotten none in a little while. Cause I'm so sorry.
You
Like,
know, it's like,
I get the point of a doll, and I'm actually look as a woman. I'm like, okay, good. They're catering to women now. That's fine. To me, I need that flesh to flesh. I need that like
I don't think
a doll can't like. I'm not about to expose myself. A doll can't do what a man can do,
Dog can't
or what a
like
human
groceries.
can do.
But men are dogs. Anyway, sidebar.
A doll. I said
Oh, I
dog.
thought you said dog.
I might have said dog. I'm sorry. I've been drinking, y'all. Don't
Man,
judge
dogs.
me.
I think that anybody buying a doll to have sex with is not really someone who gets sex a lot, or
Right.
I feel like a doll is your preference. Like, so, like, I'm not gonna get a doll like, yo,
well, that's
it's-
exactly what
And
it
aren't
is.
these dolls
it's
like
been-
$200?
they're like $2,000,
Shut up.
Nah, dead ass. So listen,
$2,019 and some cents.
Minus shipping and handling.
You can do whatever you want. You can make them know whatever color, the titty sizes, the booty sizes.
Also, you can customize
Yeah,
it.
they're
Oh, that's cute.
customizable. You can get a Spanish girl if you want them. You like the
No.
little Africana.
Sure.
They were saying that the states that have the most orders for those dolls are all like right wing religious Republican states because they can't do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't have sex like they want to do on their
Damn.
wives in those states. So it's
Well,
kinda,
Yo, this listen.
they look good as fuck though. They do. And the guy dolls, they
that shit's scary, yo.
from look like you said, go on to Viceland and see what it. The girl was actually fucking the doll on camera. This bitch had a glass of wine,
She was holding this nigga
hugging
like
onto the doll, bro. I said, what is going on in America? Like,
I just ain't never been that creative, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. You really gotta create a whole scene while you fucking this doll, like
build a bitch.
and you don't feel weird, like you screaming and shouting or doing whatever you do when you have sex and this doll is just there,
and then
like
here's my thing.
That's
like,
some crazy shit right there.
hit me up when you got like a mechanical pelvis, cause somebody like me, I'm a little lazy during sex. I still got to do mad work. Like, no.
Now, so y'all know that like in Japan, I believe like they're having a problem with people wanting to have sex with each other, like the young adults.
What do you mean?
So like they're not interacting. They're like, yo, I don't have time.
Sex is
I'm
different
gonna,
over there, man.
Yeah, they're like niggas is like they're like, yo, we don't have time to talk to a woman. I'm gonna play my video games. I'm gonna go to class and I'm gonna beat my dick on this fleshlight.
Oh, wow.
Like that's what they do. So I'm saying like, yo, if that shit comes over to America and it starts going everywhere, yo, we gonna be done. Yo, it's gonna be quiet.
I feel like one, that's never gonna happen because America has too much different shit from everywhere. And
Right.
Every nigga everywhere else except for Asia is horny. Like everywhere else.
Well, yeah.
And it's crazy. I feel like Asians, they could like fucking build you a 1,000-story building, but they can't find your G spot. Like,
that's fat.
That's a little racist. Leave it alone. I'm sure there's some Asians putting it down. Shout out to my Asian man putting it down.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I'm sure there's not.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. We need to have some kind of censor.
You're an asshole.
Listen, I'm not racist. I'm realist.
You're an
Realist.
asshole.
Damn.
But yeah, shout out to them sex dolls. A quick little pointer. A meme I saw. It was like, don't be sharing these sex dolls. Somebody responded, we've been sharing hoes for years. Here's my thing. Where are you putting that doll when company come over?
And who's cleaning
you gonna
the
throw in the
doll?
closet?
No, you're going to have it in the closet. You're going to have it sitting on at the table. You're going to throw it in a
some
box.
creepy shit.
Like, where do you put that doll when you got company over?
Once
Like,
again,
See, this
people
is
that
one-
have dolls don't have company.
well, I guess so.
See,
That
what's
shit
gonna
is
happen
weird.
this, yo. The next upgrade is gonna be a fucking Siri
Robot.
sex doll and shit. Gonna be talking to you and shit.
One that actually moves.
Do you
the
like
thing.
that,
Son.
Daddy? Do
And-
you
and-
like
and-
that?
And then we gonna be a motherfucking iRobot.
Yeah, well.
Then what?
Y'all hear Kamal hitting the
Well,
table
man.
too large.
Well, look, I think that's about it for current events and what we got going on. Let's argue. Come on, you got the first segment for Let's Argue. What you trying to argue about today?
Well, how y'all feel about the NFL and the Super Bowl and shit? Because I'm getting text messages from people talking about.
Somebody
Did
ain't
not
read the
read the
outline.
notes.
Somebody ain't read
Niggas
the
talked about the
outline.
NFL. That is not what is on my paper.
Listen, y'all. We had a conversation 2 days
hold
ago
up.
about what we gonna talk about on this show.
Listen.
My
Come
nigga,
on, said,
no, hold
yeah,
on. Let me cut
yeah.
your ass for a second. I have a 3-page type out. It's an outline. It's not a script.
Show them
It's
the
an outline.
type out.
Yeah, you know, we live. I don't know if y'all can see. 3 pages.
There's notes.
3 pages.
There's
There's notes.
Come on, looking like
no,
the dumb
the
nigga.
topic is literally let's argue. Topics
babe.
of discussion.
But
It says
babe.
Kamal and it says circumcision. Where the fuck did you get the NFL?
That's right.
He said, how y'all feel about
Stop
the
having your wife do your notes for you.
Listen.
Stop having her review.
That's not what
Taylor, I'm about to get you a mic. Shout out Taylor. I'm about to get her a mic.
Talking to your mic because we can't hear your bullshit.
See, what happened was this. I had changed some things. And bottom line is,
What things you changed?
Let's talk about the NFL and segue to circumcision. Come
bottom
on,
line
go ahead.
is, see, the NFL, it makes you get circumcised.
Shut
And
up.
I'm like, that's not fair.
Shut up.
So,
Is that a fact? No, is that a fact? Because I'm gullible.
no, it's not.
Okay, please.
Nah, but for real though. So,
Niggas.
my question was circumcision, right? So, as y'all should know, I'm getting married soon, and me and my wife to be, we talking about life things. We talking about, what we're gonna do once we, have our children. I'm like, and my older brother, he has a son, and he was like, "What you gonna do as far as circumcision? Like, you gonna cut that hoodie off or nah?"
Keep
And
your
like,
man's
yo,
warm.
I had never thought about that because like, like you just what you got is what you got. Like,
Right.
I'm circumcised, and you know what I'm saying. I'm just like, yo, should I do that to my kid? Because I didn't have a choice. I'm cool with it, but like, what if like he don't want that?
I'm gonna be honest. I want what everybody else got, and I don't
You're
know homo shit. Like, no, listen, and this is as an American kid growing up in America. Like,
But there's
my
more
nigga,
to it. Go ahead though.
I didn't know about it. I don't even know when I learned about uncircumcised penises. I probably like saw it one day and was like, "Yo, what's good with
What's
that?"
good with
Like,
You watching
Like,
the porn, you like,
I
yo,
knew what
why
it
you
was,
got that?
but I
Is that
didn't
a condom on top? What is he?
No, look,
what's
I
going on?
knew what circumcised versus uncircumcised was, but I didn't know until I experienced one or two.
Oh,
So it was like
you
it's
saw-
literally
3,
just
4,
like a
5, 6,
turtleneck
7.
versus without the turtleneck. And if you're uncircumcised, you obviously got to clean it better. It's like you can hold more
my
bacteria.
nigga, if I woke
and,
up one
like-
day and my
here's-
dick was circumcised, I would be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Here's
Like-
my thing though, yo. They say that when you're circumcised or when you're not circumcised as a male, you have more pleasure. And
I mean,
like
I
the
can
only
imagine
reason
it.
for them to do
Because you don't have
circumcision,
the extra skin.
so the only reason for them to be circumcised is like it's kind of like a religious thing. Like, oh, you don't want the men to have too much feeling in sex. The same thing they do to women. Like to this day,
Listen,
I'm dead
I don't
serious.
know
There's
what
no benefit.
circumcision is.
There's no real benefit to being circumcised. Like what? You got soap?
I thought it was the hygiene thing. I mean,
It's
yeah,
not
but
that
you
deep.
can
You just
clean
wash
it.
it.
You
You
can,
just
yeah, I'm about to
wash
say you can
yourself.
clean it easier, but
I don't know. My penis is circumcised, so I don't know if it's.
I don't know it, but here's my thing.
look,
Like,
mine is too.
Axel, your
Nobody.
but yo, imagine this, son. Imagine your newborn son.
girl,
You
you
holding
guys,
them
I'm
and everything.
kidding.
They're like, all right, now it's time to cut his dick.
Well, no. Now here's the thing.
It's like, no.
Here's the
I
thing,
don't wanna do
and
that.
it's not the same, but I know they say like the younger you are when you experience pain, the less you experience it. So like I remember my niece, she got her ears
you ever
pierced.
seen a video of a
No,
baby
I
getting
have not.
circumcised?
I have not, and I don't want to. But
That
they kind of
shit
say
is
it's the same
scary.
thing like when girls are, or when you get your ears pierced. Like the earlier you do it, like the pain kind of goes away a lot quicker.
My brother was like, yo, he was screaming. Like, my nephew was screaming and carrying on and crying and kicking in. He a newborn.
Your nephew was a baby. They all screaming, crying. If they
So question. So if it's
Jade did the same thing when she got her ears pierced. Like
so we do the same thing to girls then. Should we circumcise then and cut off the
there's
hood?
no reason.
Come
you don't got
on,
extra skin in our clit.
you sound like a man.
What you mean? You gotta clean
You
your
sound
coochie,
like a
right?
man.
You gotta pull the
Stop.
lips open and clean it.
So what you gonna do? Cut the lips off? No,
why?
it's literally
why?
extra
Because
skin.
it's silly, right? Well,
Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
Extra skin.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's the argument
Okay.
I
You
got.
shut me up. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Exactly.
Man, listen, I like the way my penis looks. Not that y'all care. Like I don't think I wanted them little NBI worms, the Men in Black worms. That's what your dick gonna look like.
Yeah, it's literally like a little extra turn.
Circumcised
Now,
my son.
granted, if y'all have never
Circumcised.
seen an uncircumcised penis, I'm sure
like
boys
cuffing
aren't
your
looking it
lead
up.
by
No,
the
okay,
joint.
so I've had a couple guys that were uncircumcised.
It looks like
just,
a dick with a hood on it.
No, it's just like a little turtleneck. But when it's hard, now look, when a dick is hard, you really can't tell the difference. You really can't,
Cuff your pants.
bro.
Little pants cuff.
I hate y'all. Niggas is folding back pants cuffs on.
You
dicks.
ain't never seen no dirt get stuck in your cuff. It's not good for infection.
You gotta cuff that
No, I
shit.
mean, but that's why you gotta clean it. But no, the uncircumcised dick I've had, like the couple, it literally when it's hard, you really can't tell the difference like that. It's only when it's soft, and it's like a little, it's just like kind of reverts into.
So I'm just scared. I don't know what I want to do because I don't want to just be repeating me. I'm mad like. Black
Man,
power.
if you don't circumcise your son's dick, man, you know how many girls are gonna make fun of him before they know what a circumcised dick is?
How would you know? You're not a girl. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like
Girls look up dicks just like you looked up vagina
Listen.
before you had sex.
Listen, well, if my son pull out his dick and the girl says, "Ooh, I don't want
And
that,"
ain't
then
no uncircumcised
he'll get
penis
the
on
next
porn.
one. He'll
Like
get
I
the
said,
next
it doesn't. The only way I could tell the difference is when it was soft. When it was hard, it looked like a regular circumcised dick. Granted, random fact. Ah, damn.
No.
Well, y'all don't know who it is. Random fact: the guy that I was fucking that had an uncircumcised dick or whatever.
Was it tiny?
After months and months and months of relations, after we trusted each other, and after protected sex, when we decided to do it, shut up.
That was a fart noise.
Shut up. No, he would catch his. I don't want to expose. Damn.
We just gonna go on to the next topic.
Yeah,
Ariel
let's go. Figure it.
Ariel out here
Sure.
giving out her hoism.
Forget it. Shut up. Anthony, what's your topic you want to argue about?
I don't remember either. What does it say on the paper?
God, interracial dating, bro.
Interracial dating is bad.
Oh,
If you're a black
That's
person,
how you coming out the gate?
If you're a black person, I think that you should stay within your barriers, or not even just black, like ethnic. And when I say black, I mean like everybody, Hispanic.
Y'all
like,
get ready to drag them.
You ain't dragging nobody, my nigga. Love is love. And I believe that if you find love with somebody that happens to not be your race, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Do your thing. But make sure love is love, because when you and that girl in my case, or guy in any female's case, has that little African American baby and they gotta go through whatever they going through, I hope you're ready for it. When you gotta comb through that hair, that nappy ass hair, and your wife don't know how to do that. She don't know how to grease your scalp. And this is funny stuff, if you might be coming from another race, but I'm an African American young man. Like, my mom greased my scalp. I had braids when I was growing up. Like, these are things I need. Like,
braids.
These are things I need.
I mean, and I kind of sort of agree. Like, I pretty much do. Like, how I feel about it is, like, if you do seek a relationship with someone who's outside of your race, as a person from the African diaspora, you have to like really, like, in my opinion, you have to really like test them. Like, you have to drill them down. Like, yo, like, what do you think about XYZ? Because there's no room for you to raise an African child. There's no room for you to raise an African child without, like, making sure that their mother or father is going to be 100% on board on empowering them and teaching them who they are, and knowing that, hey, like, yeah, you're half white or you're half whatever, but you're a black person, and as a black person, you have to move like XYZ. You know what I'm saying? So as long as your spouse, if you're a black person, as long as your spouse, is on time, like, yo, like, yeah, I support you and I support your people, then I'm with it. But you got to make sure. And when I say because
he says on time, and I'm like, yo, like, when we say on time, I mean, like, you got to be real,
like, be on
point.
black time.
Like you have to make sure, as an African, and as women, I feel like women are a little more educated than males generally, especially in the African American community. So women usually look out for things like racism and stuff. Women don't usually marry for, but as a black male, we got basketball players, you got football players, you do all of these things, and then y'all go marry this white girl because she looks good. First and foremost, let's not talk about how black people just age better, like dead ass. We just age better, like that's what it is.
Age
and then you just and you got to look at all the factors.
Wine.
The factors like race. Race is a big one. It's a very big one because, like I said, you're gonna have black kids.
Race dominates and you got to make sure every single facet of life.
Exactly.
Everything in life, religion, politics, economics, everything's race.
And in this particular situation, I feel like you have to make sure your spouse, down and out, your spouse is gonna protect your kid. Like they're not gonna be there sitting like, well, what do you mean? Like, nah.
Like if you're a rich person and you marry someone white, if you die first, you should be like, all right, I know that my wife or my spouse is gonna allocate funds to the things that I was. That I believe in. I'm not gonna take my money and fucking invest into some racist
fucking
bullshit.
Daquan died.
Yeah, or like for example, I don't know if y'all know, it's kind of the same topic, but George Lucas, his wife is black. People don't know.
George Lucas.
He's the guy that made Star Wars, who founded Star Wars.
Okay.
His wife is black, and she's been incremental to the stories and the themes of Star Wars. If you watch Star Wars from the very first ones in the 70s, they have a very serious social conscious message about just going against fascism and imperialism and also promoting strong womanhood and things like that. And that's because she's like, all right, I can marry this dude because he will be our ideals are aligned.
They've been together from the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. So I guess me and Anthony agree. As long as that person is your spouse, you drill them you believe me and you are eye to eye, we're good. Because a lot of times, with black people, you know what I'm saying, or we'll marry someone in an outside race, and because we're not educated, we miss the cues, and we find out that our husband is a big white supremacist.
You know what that reminds me of? Y'all remember that video that was circulating the internet a little while ago where that white girl was beating that other white woman's ass? Yeah. And I don't know if y'all saw the backstory. Basically, the older white woman, I guess, was saying some racist shit against. She had a black boyfriend.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, and she basically ended up beating her. The older white woman actually hit her first, and she ended up just washing her.
Let's not get into the
racist bitch.
Let's not get into this story too much because that lady looked good on that camera, but you don't know what people are behind scenes.
Well, no, okay, but my point is,
I sound good on this camera, but I say a lot of ridiculous stuff outside of this camera. Okay?
But no, the point of the backstory that I got, and I think most of the world got, was basically the older white woman was shitting on black people and was just saying certain things. And I know when she actually beat that white woman's ass, she was a lot of people were tweeting if you don't got this same energy, her boyfriend was black, and you saying shit about black people, it's not just a fad. If you're gonna go hard the whole time. Because at the end of the day, at least speaking, I don't even want to say as a woman, if you're speaking as somebody in a relationship in general, if you're taking it seriously, this is probably somebody you want to have kids with. This is someone that eventually might be a part of you. Don't just do it because it's cute. You see a white woman out of place, correct her. That was a white woman beating another white woman's ass because you wanted to say some shit about black people. Correct. I mean, I hope that's her attitude all the time, but
you can have a boyfriend, but I keep saying, when you have kids, these are your kids, and from what I see, I don't have any kids, I don't have any children, people go hard for their kids. I don't know, maybe it's a thing where you actually putting a seed into the world, and it's just
it's
even my mom be like, yo, I'll do anything for my kids, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You got to be able to stand up for that because, your kid can't be going to some boarding school with all these other white kids and you not supporting them. I just think that
it's all about the reason and the rhyme to the reason. If you're beseeching people outside your race just because they're outside your race, that's an issue.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that's not the only issue that comes up when you're talking about race.
Yeah, there's people out here who be for example, I think it was on the Breakfast Club, on the Angela Yee, Axe Yee shit. Some black woman called up and she was like, "Oh, I need to find a good black man. A good man and not a black man because I don't date black women. I don't date black men." And it's how you that whole mindset is the problem. That mindset shows that you have self-hate, and you'll never find. Yeah, you won't ever find love if you hate yourself.
Even if I'm being honest, let me be completely honest. I used to be one of those. I wouldn't even say middle school. Let's say even a few years ago, I just started embracing my blackness, even my dark skinness. I was one of those in middle school, oh, I want to date a Spanish guy or a white guy because I wanted my kid to have good hair or pretty eyes or nice skin. And it's funny. I remember, shout out to Auntie Iris. It's not even my real aunt, but one of my best friend's aunt was she's I want the blackest baby out. She was I want a black tar baby. And it's funny because I'm kind of the same way. Like, yeah, I want that. But again, it does come with growing and loving yourself and being like, even the same thing with I remember my mother would never, oh God, I was 16. Technically, I was 3 when I got my first perm. All my hair fell out. My mom was never with that perm shit ever.
Real quick, let me hop in real quick. People don't know, like, if you look, if you go to if you go to what are they called, where you hold the bodies that are like being killed, like, I mean not killed, that are dead from like the autopsies and stuff. If you go to the infirmary, okay, you know what I'm saying, and look at bodies. If you look at black women, all the ones that get perms, they have like black spots on their brains.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Like that perm stuff doesn't just go to your scalp; it goes down to your brain. It affects how you think, and it affects your brain.
But wait, even there. So look, when I was like 3, I guess my godmother couldn't deal with my hair. They permed my hair when I was like 3. All my hair fell out. My mother would not let me get a perm again until I was about a smooth 17 years old, and I begged her like, "Mom, I want a perm." At this point, I'm doing my hair myself. I didn't want to deal with it. Like yada yada yada. Long story short, got a perm. Everybody listened to your mamas because about 3 years later, cut all that shit off anyway, went natural again. But I say that to say, like, it took me a little while to even acknowledge that, okay, hey, this is the way my hair grows out of my scalp.
This is how God made your hair.
This is how God made my hair. It's funny, I was joking around today. I was in bed, I'm looking at my hair, and I'm like, my hair looks like sheep's wool, just like Jesus. Like, look, it's like, this is how it naturally grows. So it does come to a point of accepting yourself and accepting how you're born. But again, obviously, you know that's already, what's the word I'm looking for?
It comes with time.
It not even comes with time, but that's something that we're kind of subjected to.
We're brainwashed. Of course,
it's something we're subjected to it in general.
Yeah.
So even like I said, coming from me, because I'm not gonna stay here and lie. Coming from me, who wanted that baby with the quote unquote good hair, which again, shout out to Chris Rock, who when he came out with good hair, that documentary was amazing, and I tell everyone to go see it.
As a barber, I was on that shit real. I was on that tip quick. You know,
and
what I'm saying?
That was probably one of the first things that opened my eyes to be like, okay, so all hair is good hair. This is the way my hair grows out of my scalp. It's curly as fuck. It's nappy. But guess what? It's soft as shit. It smells great. It smells like cocoa butter and hope.
Technically, if you want to be scientific, they say that what our European brothers and sisters have may not be classified as hair. Could be classified as fur.
Here we go.
But that's
some hotep ass shit.
For
Come
the
on,
day.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It's classified as.
I'm not
fur.
saying
it's not even hair.
I'm saying it could be classified as fur. I'm just saying.
Well, look, I got to do research. I wouldn't know.
I could kind of second that. I seen an article. I can't. I'm paraphrasing in a big way with this. Like I'm paraphrasing real big. Like I seen something. I don't remember if it was a dog or a monkey or something. But whatever the animal was, it had like kinky ass hair, and it wasn't like something that animal usually had. And people were just looking at it like, why is your hair why is it furry and stuff? So that just speaks to like, you know, people looking at black people's hair like they crazy because we defy gravity, motherfucker.
Look, our hair does defy gravity.
They say that the black people's hair, like our hair, is what is like our antennas that like kind of connects us to like the cosmos. To like,
I was just gonna say that. Yeah,
it's called
funny because
like the nine ether, nine ether twist or form. Like our hair coils in a certain way, the same shape or same form that the galaxy or whatever is formed in or whatever.
You guys can sign up for Kamal's Black Africanism YouTube class. We'll drop the link later. This man is full of knowledge. I will say that. You can sign up for the class.
Come Snapple Fact More. Word.
But really quickly, last thing I want to say on the interracial dating thing. Do you realize anything you mix with black is beautiful?
Yo, I was saying
any race you mix with black,
everything
period,
comes from black.
That's a fact.
Everything black takes over.
It's beautiful. Like I love my what I call it, Asians, like my Jamaican Asians.
Well, because you look at the Asians, the so-called the so-called chinky eyes.
Talk about it.
Those traits are traits that we've lended them.
Yep.
Those are our sister. Those are our children. Really, if you look at the
ancient
the San
Asian
people,
they have dark skin.
Exactly,
yes.
the Khoisan people in Central Africa, the people that we all have DNA in common with, like we like a lot of DNA in common with, right? They have so-called chinky eyes, but they're African people in the middle of Africa you know. So like basically,
and even if you go back to the days of like the Bering, is it the Bering Strait where
that's Asia?
Long story short, right, where people basically walked when we had, I believe it was Pangea, right? When they basically walked across, you know, the land that eventually, after thousands or millions of years, ended up separating. They walked from this part of the world to this part of the world, and that's what I loved Earth science, where if you take all the masses, all the continents, they kind of fit in a puzzle piece.
Pangea,
also, besides that, some of the mountain ranges fit. Also, some of the bones that you'll find on the coast of one, you'll find on the coast of another. So it was all there. But again, hello, life all started where?
Central Africa.
Thank you. Look, you got to be so specific. But yeah, Africa. But I noticed that the other day. Like, you mix black with white, you mix black with black, you mix
like
black with anything.
You look at I want to say Melanesia. It's a place in Africa. Like the African people, they look like they're maybe like a mahogany. They're like a lighter brown, but they have blonde hair and blue eyes. And they're
or
like
even albino
in the middle of Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Because even albino kids, you can get white albino babies from black people. You cannot mix two white people and get a black baby.
Black people are everywhere,
Look,
man. It's just like I always used to say, like I still say, like Asian people are close to descendants. Like Asian people
say that all
can
the time.
dance their ass off. Like they can dance their ass off. Like
you know why too? Because Asian people they're close to us culturally. Like a lot of the cultural things that Africans did was directly taken to Asia. In fact, they called Asia like the second Africa.
It makes sense. You got Indian people, like they're dark, like
Buddha. Buddha has twists. You seen Buddha's hair?
I have not.
Buddha has knots in his hair. He has locks, basically.
Sure.
Because when I think of black. Indians and stuff, I don't know about other people, but when I think of Indians, the first person or image that comes to my mind is a dark skinned person. You know, I'm not racist, perhaps like something on their head, but like when I think of something like it's literally dark skin. I don't think of, when I think of Asians, like if I think of Asians and dark light skin, I'm thinking of like Chinese people or like, you know what I'm saying, something like that, Japanese. When I think of like India and stuff, I think of dark skinned people. I don't think of somebody who's like.
You talking about like Native American Indians, or you talking about India?
India, actual India, like Asia.
Okay.
Yeah. Watch out for that behind you.
But I mean, anybody want to wrap up with interracial dating? I want to argue.
I think
that's pretty much. I think we're all on the same page. I think, like, unfortunately, we couldn't argue too much. It's like, yeah, we agree, cool. Like,
that's because we ain't got no coons in here. Let me get a coon in here. We need to bring a coon.
Look, we can interview a coon.
Yes, we should interview him.
But we can't say it like that now. Damn.
Hello,
like, how we gonna introduce it right? Like,
this is our coon friend right now. No, but I think to wrap it up, we kind of all feel the same way. Like, as long as that person, as long as you actually, like, before y'all get married, you're like, yo, what do you feel? Like, I know that you are in agreement with raising our child as a black child, because if you have a person, if you're black and your spouse is white, like, your child's black. Like, it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Look, what is it? What do they say? Like, it's the 3%
it's
or
the
one
drop rule.
Yeah,
one drop rule. If you have one drop of black blood, they consider you black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they don't consider the so-called Jewish people as white people, because they're like allegedly mixed with a part of indigenous Africans. But
look,
neither here or there.
All right, so my topic of argument, I forgot what race car driver it was, but it doesn't really matter for the topic of my argument. How do you guys feel about little boys maybe dressing as girls? Or like, I know you've seen those memes. It was like, you walk home, you walk in one day, and your son, like, his face is beat. What do you do? What is your...
Beat his face. No,
you're annoying. You're annoying.
I'm joking.
You're annoying. Like, how do you feel about... Okay, so the way I took this, right? So... we have a lot of females that like.
If we were really big right now, we had a whole bunch of listeners.
Yeah,
we
would be so canceled. We'd lose sponsors.
It'd be over.
That's not funny.
We would lose sponsors, but
we get this money. No, let me stop.
Nah, look the way I thought about it. Like, okay, so when I think about it, let me give y'all a second.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Please.
Go ahead.
Look, this is why we're about to argue. The way I see it, okay, so a lot of times women are, if they're encouraged to kind of step into man roles. So like, you have the Tomb Raiders, you have, like when a little girl wants to be a tomboy, it's not a thing. And the way I'm seeing it, women are fucking phenomenal. We are every fucking thing. Why is it so looked down upon when, let's say a little bit, like I said, I can't remember the race car driver's name. I know he dated Rihanna for a time, and he put that his nephew was in like a princess dress. Like, on Christmas.
Listen, I'm going to disagree with you first and foremost. I don't think women in present society are made to go for higher roles. Like, not to say that I agree with it, but nobody looks at a woman and says, oh, I want you to be the engineer of my big company. Like, I do not agree with that at all.
I hear what you're saying, but okay, what I'm saying is a girl to be a tomboy is way more accepted than for a boy to
I think
be a
that's
princess
true.
or be like a
just
I
a
think
woman
that's your
being
bias,
gay in
though.
general.
I think that's the bias on
Right.
how you grew up, though, because you didn't grow up in a place where it's just like maybe I don't know. It's difficult for me to explain. I'll get it eventually, but I don't know. I feel like
So you walk in, your son is like on his Christmas list, Daddy, I want glass slippers and a princess dress
and a pony.
and a pony.
I feel like it's kind of the same thing with a girl when it's just like you want your daughter to dress up as like a little girl. She wants to like wear.
But see,
jeans
all of
and
that is
stuff.
socially constructed though. So the idea that okay,
So what
girls
are you
wear
saying,
skirts.
Ariel?
No, this is just
So-
to let's
so-
argue.
so
I'm
what
just
are you-
opening.
so what are you
I'm
really
opening
saying,
the platform.
Ariel? What are you
Okay,
really
if I
saying?
come home and my son's face is beat, I'm gonna be mad for one. Why you not beating mommy's face? Mommy needs help with makeup. Why you not helping mommy with her makeup? Like, it's not gonna be a thing where I'm like, oh my God, don't do this, or like, I won't mind simply because, like I said, if you going back to the social constructs, the idea that women should wear skirts or men should wear pants is completely made up.
So you're saying
Who says you have to wear one thing or another?
I
Who
don't
says
think
that
it's
you have to
necessarily
be?
a social contract. Like I don't.
It absolutely is.
So Anthony, hold up real quick. So if you're saying that what the social norm is for a man and what the social norm is for a woman, if you're saying those things are socially constructed, I do agree with that.
It's a
But
fact.
we have to look at what is conducive for a properly running society.
What do you call a properly
Exactly, I
running
was about to
society?
say
Come
that.
on.
Yes.
What the fuck do you call
Okay,
that?
so as an African man,
Here we go.
Okay, our properly running society looks like everyone playing their proper roles.
Okay.
None being
Which are decided by who?
none decided by, that's a good question.
Right.
I guess
it's constructed.
by society, correct.
Right.
By our society. So in African society, in African culture, in antiquity and kind of in present, we understand that man and woman are equal and we have equal places in the family structure and equal places in society, right? And as men and women, we have to play our roles so that society can function correctly. Like in Africa, in African traditions, we have the Holy Trinity, which is not man, it's man, woman, child.
Okay.
So we can't have the man playing the woman's role, or that equation is
But
thrown
what is
off.
that role? That's
so,
my thing.
So all right. So in African society, the man's role is to be a father. The woman's role is to be a mother.
Okay.
You feel me? I don't know if you could be a father.
What is that though? Like, what does
you
that
mean?
mean to be a father? You got to
a
teach your
father-
son how to play football.
No, teach your son how to earn, how to kill. Now nowadays, killing isn't necessarily killing an animal,
Right, but you're taking it back a little bit,
making
right.
money. You feel me? How to survive in society, how to be a strong man. I'm not saying that you can't be gay. I'm saying, but you can't be a woman. Whatever it is, you can't be a woman. You have to be a man. You can be a homosexual, but you have to be a man. You know
See,
what I'm
now
saying?
here's the thing.
So
Here's where
my
that
only
line
thing.
gets a little fuzzy too, because then you do
It
have
does
people
get
like the
funny. It
transgender
does get
community
funny.
that falls into the. Okay, you were watching the episode of SVU yesterday. Was it yesterday, bro?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that with the circumcision. They cut my son. They circumcised him wrong, and they turned him into a
No,
fucking
in
girl.
SVU, no, they did, and that's a real
They
case in
circumcised him
psychology.
too much, and they fucking
They had
turned
a
him to
pair of
girl.
boy. They had
cut
a
off
pair
his
of boy.
whole penis?
No, they had a pair of boy twins, and they circumcised. It's funny because you should have added that in. They had a pair of boy twins, and one they circumcised. I guess they took too much of his dick off. So what they did was they basically said, raise this little boy. We're gonna give him hormones. Raise him as a girl.
They cut his
Y'all should
shoulder.
see Kamal's face right now.
Oh my
They said
God.
raise him as a girl, and just like everything should be fine. Now this is back in the 70s, 80s, like whatever. Long story short. The boy ended up growing up always being attracted to men. No, always be attracted to women. Sorry,
So he
because they
was
raised him as a
attracted to
girl.
The right thing.
I don't agree with that, and I will not attach myself to that statement. Right or wrong, that is
I mean,
not
look,
my words.
My nigga,
Right
my
thing.
He was-
as
he
in,
was
like,
born a man.
Scientific
okay.
norm.
You cut my
Okay,
son's
right.
dick off. He, or
Okay.
she
He
gonna
was
be
born a
ripped out.
man. Look,
Scientific
he was born a man. They cut his dick off. They raised him as a woman. He always ended up being attracted to women.
Shit's too
It
messy.
was
When
white.
he ended up, I think it was around about they were white.
This
Anthony,
shit
no.
has your pronoun game on point right
No,
now.
wait.
Like, you
Yes.
gotta be-
Hello.
You gotta be
Around about
You
18,
gotta know what's going on.
he ended up finding out that he was originally born a man. he ended up like, oh, okay, shit makes sense now. Okay, let me go back to my gender assignment.
You ain't got a dick.
Being like grown as a man, he kind of doesn't have a dick now. Okay, whatever it is. Long story short, I think by the age, correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows, comment.
But you can get
I
new
think
dick
by the
though,
age
right?
of like 22, this is mind you, it's like 70s, 80s. I don't know what technology was at the time, but by about 22, he ended up committing suicide because he basically went from born a boy, raised as a girl, figuring out you were actually a boy, trying to get your shit together, ended up committing suicide at 22.
Sounds about right.
So
That ass though.
That's too much going on. Like,
it was a lot, and that's a real, like I said, there's an SVU episode about it that's really fucking good. But that was an actual case in
I'll
psychology.
say it again. It's because they white, but not to get off topic. What we were talking about.
Do we have? Yeah, we do. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it.
Don't.
I was gonna say, do we have black trans people? But,
Come on, cut his mic off. Cut his mic off. Brian, cut his mic off.
My nigga, we got a couple.
Are there black trans people? There's actually a bunch of them getting killed right now. Actually,
he turned his mic off.
Oh man, crazy.
Are there black trans people?
So wait, let's go to the basis of the
Was
question.
there crack in the 80s?
Look, right? No, wait. So let's go to the basis of the question. Your kid comes home and they're a boy and they're into the makeup and the gay or not, because again, that's a misconception as well. Are you okay with it?
Listen, I'm gonna go before Kamal because he be talking too much. Listen, I'm gonna accept my kid as whatever they are. If my kid comes home and my kid was born a boy and they want to be a female, whatever, so be it. This is my child and I'm gonna do my best to nurture this person. My personal opinion, I want my son to be my son. Like, society has raised me to be like, oh, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Like, a man is a man. And I don't care about, like, necessarily, like, man roles or woman roles and all that stuff. But if I have a son, I want to raise a son. Like, if he turns out to be, like, you know, a homosexual and he likes makeup, my nigga, whatever. Like, it is whatever. But, like, I want my son to be my son and my daughter to be my daughter. Whatever comes out, I'll accept it regardless.
All right, Mo.
I mean, in all actuality, if you look at, you know, cultures of antiquity, as far as like, you know, me, I prescribe to like.
Always using SAT words. Go ahead.
It's like me, I subscribe to like, you know, ancient African or ancient Kemetic cultures. So like in our culture, like we weren't bigots. Mm-hmm. Like we understood that nature it represents itself how it does. So if somebody comes out some kind of way, that's how they are. So like I would like to kind of follow back Anthony. Like I wouldn't hate my son or treat him differently because that's what leads him. That's what pushes him away. One, that's what leads him down a path that, you know, will be away from me. So I want to make sure that whatever my son's doing or daughter is doing, like I'm there to help them. I'm there to hold their hand on that journey. Because in you know, in all actuality, like it's all nature. Like I don't believe it. I'm not a Christian or whatever, so I don't believe like, oh, if you gay, you're going to hell, or if you're trans, like nah. If that's how you feel, my guy, or my whatever the hell you are. That's your nature, like that's you. And I mean,
whatever the hell
like,
you are. God damn,
like,
come on.
I was doing so good, right? No, but
for real.
No, but for real though, like I really feel like
We
sexuality,
lost like 10 sponsors.
like OD, you know what I'm saying? OD. Nah, but I feel like sexuality is a spectrum, and for us
that's
to
a fact.
Yeah,
Yes.
for us to think like, oh, either you're this or that is wrong. Like that's
Right.
that's just not natural. That's not nature. You feel me? And if people think that God don't make mistakes. If someone's gay, someone feels like that, that's how they feel. So
You could open up a whole new thing with that. Let's end this here because you could open up a whole new thing with that. Ditto. Like I said, my love is love. You are what you are. Whatever my son, daughter, whatever comes home to be, I'm gonna love it regardless because guess what? That nigga came from me, and I'm awesome, which is why I know I have to have kids because the world deserves more me's. That's the thing. Real quick, this is a segment we didn't get to.
That was so fucking cocky.
What? No, not to sound like that. I
world
love
needs
myself.
more
Like,
Ariels.
no, it's true.
We need more of myself.
It's a fucking fact. I'm so sorry. Like.
More me.
No, not for nothing. I think y'all are dope as well. I mean, hello, y'all my co-hosts. The
Nah,
world
yeah.
needs more Kamals. They need more Taylors. They need more Anthonys.
Not
like,
true. Nah, in actuality, that's
we need more people like us in the world. That's a fact. The way the world's going now, we need more people like us.
Nah, you're right though. In actuality, like having a child, that's what it is. You're basically creating a
copy
clone
of yourself,
of you and your
right.
spouse. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a fact. That's why you gotta watch who you reproduce with. I keep telling you, hoes, stop having babies like handbags. Again, another topic for another show.
Like
Y'all hoes don't even got handbags.
Look, well, there it is, and that's actually the problem right there.
Drake got a handful. You feel me?
Shit, but real quick, we didn't get to this topic. We didn't get to this segment last time. It's the segment I kind of want to introduce to the show. It's the asking for a friend. It's actually not that y'all read the notes, but it's a little divergent.
I read the notes.
I read the fucking notes. I just read them one time when you first send them.
I forgot.
Look, but no, it's cool. I have a friend, okay, and her parents have been together for 20 plus years, and they're going what looks like might be a divorce. Now, she's over 20 some odd. It's kind of like, okay, what does she do in this situation? Like, all right, my parents have been together forever. They got their happy ever after. They got their kids. They got their family. They got their home. What's going on? Because a lot of times, you see divorce in a younger, like a lot of people get divorced younger. So now she's in her 20s. She's finished college. She's done what she has to do, and her parents might be separating, and she feels somewhat lost. So what advice do you guys have for my friend?
I don't know. I might not be the best person to get advice from. When my parents got divorced, I was like 16. I'm 27 now, so that's like 11 years ago. I was kind of already not grown, but it was just like, and in my house, it's very like, I don't know, like a sarcastic kind of like cloud floating over my house. So it's just like, yeah, I kind of saw this coming. It's just like, what do you? They're asking me questions.
About time, huh?
Like,
okay. Lawyers, y'all tired of each other yet?
Lawyers are at the house like, oh, what do you guys want to do? It's just like, bro, I'm just trying to go to college, bro. Like, stuff like that. But the advice, I don't know, because everybody comes from a different creed or whatever. So
right.
Everybody handles it different. I'm not as sensitive. I'm completely insensitive. Everyone tells me all the time. So it's just like, let's get this over with. That's how I felt when my parents.
Look, can we sign the papers? Is the ink dry?
Yo,
it's just
first of all, this guy's totally like wild sensitive. Like he's mad, like emotional. But go ahead though.
Yeah, no. Anthony doesn't show emotions probably as much as the regular person. He doesn't. I will say that.
I wouldn't say I'm emotional. Not even trying to deny emotion. Like I just didn't grow up around emotion.
I mean, well, I don't know. In the sense of talking to my friend, like her thing is, again, I guess for the most part of what we see is divorce, at least from what's advertised, it's always like a younger person. It's always someone that might be in elementary, middle, even high school, I'll even say. This person is kind of grown and in college. And the way she was explaining to me, she was like, I feel like a little girl. Like, you kind of still blame yourself. You still think there's something you can do. There's kind of nothing there. And then in the sense of, again, speaking to her, she's kind of like, this is my fantasy. Like, your parents make it 20 some odd years. And it's like, wait, what y'all mean y'all giving up? It's been 20 some odd years. Nobody makes it out here.
I think that also speaks to like when your parents like get divorced for whoever your friend is. It's just like, yo, my nigga, like I was 16, so it was just kind of like, if they say if someone gets divorced, if a couple gets divorced, they've been separated for half the time that they were married. Right. So they say they've been like separated for half the time. So like my parents were together probably for like 20 years together. They were married for 15, 16 years. So 8 of those years, 10 of those years was like down the drain. Like the last 10 years have basically been like y'all niggas trying to work
and
stuff
it's not
out.
Working out.
And you're in the particular situation with your friend, it's just like my nigga, like it's it
might have been over before she's hearing about it.
Exactly. It may be a little more difficult because like I feel like if relationships last that long until you're like
you expect
20s
it to
of
be
the
there.
child, like
that's how it was for me as well.
You hit it for a long time,
yeah.
so it was just like my parents didn't hide shit. It was just like this is what's going on. It wasn't like my father wasn't beating my mother or nothing like that, but it's just like I'm trying to sleep. I'm in the 5th grade. Can y'all stop arguing? I'm tired.
I gotta get up to school at 8 in the morning. Like I gotta be in the classroom at 8.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like I think me and the me and the friend have like a similar situation because my parents got divorced, like divorce, like I think last year, but like how it started was like I think I was coming home from freshman year of college. My dad dropped me off the crib like. All right, yo, I don't live here no more. Like,
Dad, you're not coming in?
Yeah, I was like, deadass. You know what I'm saying? But like, with me, how I felt, I was like, I kind of like relieved because I kind of felt like my father and mother was like constantly just like fighting and like just the tension was just so annoying and like the fact that like they finally split up and I can be in my house and I can just breathe. I was like cool with it, but that's because I
guess you want them happy. Whether if they're gonna be miserable together, have them be happy.
And like like my dad would like he'd come in the house like he'd curse me out. Why the door open? I saw you coming in, so I left it in. I left it for you to come open. Well, stop playing. I don't play that shit. Like nigga crazy. Like know what I'm saying.
In my particular situation, I could speak to it like Kamal says he was relieved. Like My nigga, when I was 16, son, my dad looked like not
Nigga was
physically.
angry.
He was just
Nigga
the
looked
angry.
mad
Like
angry.
my dad was just like, no, this, that. Can I do this? Nah. And it's
Niggas
just like,
always
yo.
angry.
So when like you're asked like, what parent do you want to live with? I'm like, oh, my mom, my
Not
mom,
that
my
nigga.
mom.
Yeah,
I want to
like,
live
no.
with my mom, but like I'm 26. I'm 27 actually. I just turned 27 in December, and it's just like, yo, I should have fucking said my dad. Like, and it's not to
Damn.
take anything away from my mom. It's just like
You would've had more
my
freedom.
dad is. It's
You
not
had more
even freedom.
freedom.
I've had the freedom. I wish I didn't have as much
Yeah,
freedom.
you had a lot of freedom.
You had more
That's
stability,
true.
I guess.
Like I wish I didn't have the freedom because like my dad is on point, son. My dad is on two houses and shit in his lifetime. Like some people don't even own one. They
No, it's
live in,
true.
like, you know what I'm saying? He has mad knowledge, and I'll just be like, damn. And I'll just be not to take away from my mother, y'all. My mother's an amazing woman.
She's a
She
queen.
raised me, all of that stuff. My mom's raised me and stuff. So it's just like I appreciate my mom, but I'm an adult now. So it's just like it's difficult to make decisions in a house where my dad was the person who called all the shots. Like I can see now that he kept my mom in check as far as everything. And now it's just like my mom's just kind of like la la la. I'm grown. My kids are grown. Fuck it. Fuck it. Like I got a little sister. She's 15, but it's kind of like fuck it. And like my dad is just kind of like happy as shit. Like my dad
Damn,
lives in
yeah.
South Carolina. He's divorced. Like he ain't got no wife. I'm putting up quotes, y'all. If y'all can't see, he ain't got no
Look,
wife.
look,
You know
look.
what I'm saying? He's just doing his thing. He got a dog and liquor. My dad has Hennessy in the crib.
Your
I seen
dad
my-
don't even drink,
I'm
bro.
27 years old, and I've seen my dad drink one beer.
Speaking out,
In-
shout to
in the
Pops. We
crib.
need to make another trip down there this summer. I love your dad's house, bro.
Check him out.
It's
Word.
so just carefree, and it's true. He got a cabinet full of liquor he don't use.
But real
So
quick,
back
real
to your
quick,
friend though. I just think
Yeah.
like
Facts.
like to answer her question like
we got
advice
5
can
minutes,
give
y'all.
her-
Brian trying to kick us out.
Word.
No, wrap it up.
Nah, but to wrap it up, like, or the whole question is like, I think advice for your friend is to like, just for him or her to like really focus on, the positive times. Focus on her, him or her, like just remembering like, yo, I had my family for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like I had my mom and dad together raised. Like
You're right, and they
I had a
raised
stable,
me.
exactly.
Right.
You know
And
what
that's
I'm
what
saying?
I'm saying. Like, as my piece of advice is kind of the same. It's just like you're an adult now. This is a course that's taken in your life. It would be great if our parents all stayed together and stuff, but it's just like take it for what it is. Like, don't take it as like, oh, my parents are just like breaking up and everything's gonna end. Just be like, this is a new
Right,
start.
for
Like
what it
you're an
was.
adult now, and you can have that individual relationship with your dad and that individual, because I have that with both my parents, and you can use that as kind of like a pendulum where it's just like, all right,
Yeah.
when you don't agree
Yeah.
with your mom on this, you can be like, yo, dad, mom is wild, and it's the same thing vice versa.
Right,
like,
right.
yo,
Exactly.
you're all adults now.
And the same thing we were talking about too, like you are a combination of you're half your mom, you're half your dad. So
Literally.
you can connect both of them on both sides.
Literally.
So that's dope.
First and foremost, I just want to applaud us on our timing. You guys don't know this is only our second show, and
No,
we
we've actually been doing pretty good.
bang, bang, bang,
doing pretty
bang.
good.
Like,
Look,
we
I
got-
hope our segues
we-
are nice and smooth.
We got
but,
5 minutes left.
transitions.
We're literally on the last thing. Like,
I mean, I think y'all gave my friend all the advice she can need. Oh, y'all also, if y'all want to do that, we're gonna open up I think it's called a Sarah Ha page. Or look, even if you write to us in our DMs, we won't say your name, but it's called Asking for a Friend. Hashtag it 1992, and yeah, maybe your question will pop up on the show.
Yep.
real quick, we can give you our emails. Mine is A as in Anthony, M as
No,
in Marcus,
that's
Just
business.
hit
That's
us
business. That's business.
Just hit us up.
You can
Hit the
email
topics.
us at
Hit up the topic.
Exactly.
199till@gmail.com. About to have everybody your emails. No, 1990till@gmail.com. That's 199. The number is 199till@gmail.com. Any questions or even if it's topics I wanted to talk about, you can hit us up there. This outro again. Shout out again, Brian, Arts and Rhymes Broadcasting Network. Look for us 1990 till. Again, my Instagram is sorry, I was about to get my name. Is Sugar So Fly, SugarSofly. If you can't find me there, maybe try putting the O as a 0 on Twitter because look, the name was taken. Whatever. Anthony?
Yeah, you can catch me on IG, Justin, and Twitter as well, Justin, JUSTANT _. Holla at your boy. I'm on everything.
Yes, sir. You can catch me on Twitter, SunGod914. That's SUNGOD 914. And on Instagram is Kamal the Great. All right, follow me.
Follow us. We
All
got
right,
that
and that's
content.
about
Give
it.
us some feedback on how y'all feel about the show. This is episode 2.
No, for real. Hit us up.
You think we watch? We probably are.
Yo, gang.
Shout out other camera in the corner.
We
Hey.
out. We got a new camera. I'm not used to it. Don't worry. Y'all gonna get my good side next time. You feel me? Next time.
But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Tune in next week? You dropping the episode again next week?
Yep, till next time.
Okay.
All right.